Sammy, you ready for these grand stocks? Had a good race last week.
Oh, yeah, they had a great last week, and actually Brandon Henson took Hudboss off on the record this afternoon, so they got it back here. So it'll be interesting to see him come through the field.
Mark Fry, Jamie Sample, Tommy Sweeney, Thomas Marks, Michael Waters in the top 5. We got Buck Roos down on pit road. He'll let us know anything that's going on in the pits. In a half lap, they're going to turn them loose. It was a really wild race last week. Let's see what happens this week. Mark Fry, Jamie Sample, side by side, 28, and the 29, Mark Fry, last year's champion. Green flag is out. We are underway for 40 laps. 3 wide and the 17. I don't know what NASCAR is going to say about that. Looked like he might have jumped the start, Sammy.
It looked like he was a little quick, but we'll see. You don't know if they got jammed up in front of him either. If they get jammed up in front of him, he's got no place to go but the bottom.
True. The 11 and 28, Tommy Sweeney, and the 28 of Jamie Sample will fight it out for the second spot as Mark Fry has a car length advantage over those two. Now Tommy Sweeney makes the pass, and it's Jamie Sample back to third. Now Michael Waters with a challenge by that 17, Brandon Henson. We talked about him. And you're right, Sammy, they might have got jammed up. All I saw was 3 wide.
Yeah, I think he went there to avoid a big wreck.
His bumper jammed up behind the 2 as we speak. All right, NASCAR officials telling the drivers patience. I don't think those two go together. Do you, Sammy? Patience and driving?
No, not when they're front running like this. These guys are running real close together. There's no patience there whatsoever.
Mark Clare able to get past the 2 of Michael Waters, almost 3 wide, as Andrew Condrey now has a challenge by Sean Scavell. And it was the 2 of Mike Waters who was on the outside. Waters able to get ahead of these 2 guys racing side by side. Andrew doesn't look as fast as he was last week, Sammy, in the 36.
No, he doesn't. I don't know what's going on with this car, but there must be something going on because he's fell off a lot.
Top 4 hanging right with each other. Mark Fry, Tommy Sweeney, Jamie Sample, and Brandon Henson in the 17. Henson gets in the back of the 28 of Jamie Sample. All right, they're going to shake the black flag of the 17 of Brandon Henson. I think he's the one they were talking about patience. But he takes over third spot. Taking over third spot with the black flag being waved in your windshield.
He's got a fast race car. I'm surprised because, man, they took that thing out on the hook this morning.
Wow. Mark Fry leads Jamie Sample. And then a hard-charging number 17, the Brake King machine of Brandon Henson, the 11, Tommy Sweeney 4th, and the 7 of Mark Clare up there in the top 5. Michael Waters in the 2, Sean Scavell 6, 36, Andrew Condrey. Thomas Marks in 88, 77, Carl Livingston, then Jonathan White the 5, Jeff Driscoll 75, and David Seed in the 16. Mark Fry has about a 2 car length advantage. He's already got a win this year. '77, Carl Livingston is going to pull it into the pits.
Well, Jamie Sample's got a fast race car here tonight.
Yeah, he does. Right there in second spot. The Pomoco 28. Top 3 look pretty close in speed, too. 78.8 miles an hour, 78.4, and a 78.3 miles an hour average speed. Another great battle back here between the 6, 36, and the 88. Sean Scavell, Andrew Condrey, and Thomas Marks. Andrew starting to come to life. Looks like his car might be good on the longer runs as he goes to the inside of Sean Scavell. Now Thomas Marks on the inside of Sean Scavell in the 6. Brandon Henson looks like he wants to do something with that 28 for that second spot. 12 laps out of 40 completed. Jamie Sample with a mirror full of that 17. Man, it doesn't matter how many cars we have here for the Grand Stocks. They always put on a great race for us. There's the 17 making the pass for the second spot. Brandon Henson. Who's the black flag coming out for now, Sammy?
I don't know.
I guess a smoker right here. We got.
That's what it must be.
Yeah.
Yes, guy smoking.
David Seed is going to take it into the pits. Now that would be funny if he took it into the pits. All right, Mark Fry, Brandon Henson, Jamie Sample, Tommy Sweeney, Mark Claire, and the 16 is out. Carl Livingston also out in 77. Mark Claire with a challenge by Michael Waters for that top 5 position. 16 laps completed. Pretty close in speed between the top 4, and the distance between first back to second, 4.5 car lengths. Mark Fry back to the 17, Brandon Henson, 28, Jamie Sample, and let's go to Buck.
Yeah, I'm down here with Carl Livingston. Hey, Carl, what happened, buddy?
Something happened to the car. Not quite sure right now. We're figuring it out right now. About to figure out what's wrong with the car. And man, car was off the chain. And I wish I could have finished the night. So we'll be back out here next week and getting it ready again, like every night.
Yeah, after that wicked hit last week, and right on the front stretch going into turn 1, they're looking under the hood and checking some different things out, though. But, yeah, he's definitely sidelined for the night, guys. Back up to y'all.
All right, Buck, thank you. We had a pass right there, the 2. Michael Waters able to get by Mark Claire and take over that 5th position. Halfway sign has gone up for all the drivers. Mark Fry leads, Brandon Henson, Jamie Sample, Tommy Sweeney, and now Michael Waters in 5th. Mark Claire, Thomas Marks, Andrew Condrey, Sean Scavell, then Jonathan White, Jeff Driscoll, David Seed, Carl Livingston, and those 2 out, David Seed and Carl Livingston, the 16 and 77. Here goes Thomas Marks making a move on Mark Claire. Closes up on that orange, number 7. Well, I think that anytime that Mark Fry is looking in his mirror, he's seeing that black hood get closer and closer. He's coming. At 17, Brandon Henson now within a half a car length in the middle of turns 3 and 4. So what do you think, Sammy?
Okay, Brandon's really picking him up from the center off. He's really got a good bite off. He's catching him right in the center of the corner. He reels him in about a car length. If the car stays like it is, he'll have him by the end of the next 20 laps.
Another pass going on. The 88, Thomas Marks, makes a pass on Mark Claire. 88 getting by the 7. And that is for the 6th position. Well, they got a lap car to deal with.
It's going to get interesting here in a few laps. Looks like Mark's car might be giving up just a little bit, and Brandon's still pretty strong.
15 laps to go. Brandon Henson closing in on the 29 of Mark Fry. Again, it's only between a half a car length to a car length, and he really gets right up to the back bumper as he dives into the bottom of the turn at the entrance to the turn. Now all over the back bumper. And that got a little tricky as they went around that 75 of Jeff Driscoll. Jamie Sample, he's about 8 car lengths behind these guys watching this show out of his windshield. And he's got the 11 of Tommy Sweeney, about 7 to 8 car lengths behind him.
Well, Brandon was sitting in 3rd last week and wound up winning the race, didn't he?
Yeah, and here's a little skirmish right here on the front straightaway. 88 Thomas Marks trying to get out of the way of the 2 of Michael Waters. .27 laps to go. Brandon Henson once again staying right with the 29 of Mark Fry, waiting for him to make a mistake, but Mark Fry doesn't make too many mistakes, especially when he's out there in the lead. Sean Scavell battling with a 5 a little bit further back near the rear of the field. Next time by, there's going to be 10 laps to go. So overall tonight, not too many caution flags. It's been pretty clean, all the divisions here at Langley Speedway. Don't think that's going to be the case for the Southern Modifieds. And they got 150 laps to battle it out. Anything over 100 laps, the caution flags do count. And there's the 5. He got down in the ditch, down in the water. Smoke is coming from underneath the 5 as he went down there in the water, the inside of the racetrack. He's going to get back on the racetrack. That might cause a caution flag, not sure. He's on the inside of the racetrack, out of the groove, but still spreading some water on the racetrack. And probably a little mud, too.
Yeah, he's definitely got mud up under that car because it was wet out here today.
You had a nice big storm come through last night. Put a lot of water on the inside of the racetrack in the infield area. Five again goes up against the wall, and he's almost come to a stop on the back straightaway. Dangerous position over there. Going very slow, trying to find a way to get back down, but can't do it, and hopefully he won't do it, as we have some faster cars going by on the bottom. The spotter trying to get him down on the racetrack, but here comes the 6, Sean Scavell. Now the 5 will make that left turn if he can, but he's coming to a stop. Caution flag will come out. Caution flag comes out for the 5, Jonathan White. Did you hear who got the free pass there, Sammy?
I didn't hear who it was.
Okay. All right, they're going to have to get a tow truck out there for the 5 of Jonathan White, get him off the racetrack. He's the one that got down off the racetrack into the infield there at the bottom of turn number 2. Went down in the ditch, got into the water that we talked about, and a little mud too. And now he's rolling again, so he is going to take it into the pits.
This ought to be real interesting on this restart when you put them cone out because them 4 front cars, they're all equal.
Yeah, they are.
So it's going to be interesting to see who will take that cone and who won't, which of them can handle on the outside.
Yeah, they're going to check the racetrack to make sure it's okay. They do realize the 5 did come down into the mud and get back on the racetrack, and going to check and see if it put any water on the racetrack or anything dangerous over there on the back straightaway. All right, it looks like Jeff Driscoll in the 75 will get his lap back, so he's the lucky dog. And the 11, Tommy Sweeney, the only taker so far. Now the 7, Mark Clare. You knew that was bound to happen.
Well, yeah, I knew Mark was going to take the cone no matter where he was running.
Andrew Condrey also goes to the outside to take the Krispy Kreme Donuts cone. And Sean Scavell in the 6. So the 17, 28, and the 88, they're going to have their work cut out for them on the inside as they battle these cars that chose to use the cone. If you're new to Langley Speedway, anybody behind the leader can choose to go to the outside and use that cone. Now, Jeff Driscoll not eligible to go to the outside. I don't think. He's just going to line up where he should be, down on the inside. Green flag is out. Final 7 laps of this race. Tommy Sweeney on the outside of the 17 of Brandon Henson. They battle for the 2nd spot. Brandon's going to win that battle. 28, Jamie Sample now doing battle with the 7 of Mark Clare. Oh, little contact here. Jamie Sample gets into the 11 of Tommy Sweeney. He spins around. Caution flag is out. Little contact made there between the 28 and the 11. And the 11 of Tommy Sweeney goes for a loop. Sweeney in the 11, and he was up there in 4th position.
I don't know, it looks like they could be pulling a rubber or putting a little more wedge in the car. We'd have to wait and see because I don't see any wrenches going up under there. So probably the only thing to do is move the jack and bolt a little bit by hand if it'll come off the spring.
All right,
that kind of looks like what he's doing right now.
Let's see if Buck is nearby.
Good call, buddy. That's exactly what they were doing. They put about a good 2 rounds in the right rear of that thing to go ahead and let her eat.
For tonight's NASCAR Wheel and Southern Modified Tour, those laps will count since it's 150 laps.
It'll be 150 good laps out here, too. I was out there this afternoon watching Georgia Boomholz. He's got his car hooked up.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's about 2/10 faster in the field. Well, I don't know how they qualified, but in practice, he's about 2/10 faster than everybody.
Michael Waters chose to use the cone. He goes to the outside. Mark Clare also in the 6, Sean Scavell. So Michael Waters, he's been doing very good, too, the last couple of years. He's up there in the outside of Mark Fry. Brandon Henson to the inside in 17. 28, Jamie Sample on the inside. And the Claire, number 7, will have to pull up next to the 17. He's trying to get a good run going, huh, Sam?
That's what he's trying to get a jump on the start, but I don't think they're going to let him do that.
Green flag is out. We're back underway. Brandon Henson, his final chance possibly to do anything with the 29 of Mark Fry. Meanwhile, the 2 car to the outside of the 7 of Mark Claire. Claire slips. Mike Waters gets a good run. He's going to try and take that position away. He's in 4th as we speak. Claire leans on him at the exit of 4. Michael Waters keeps it wide in between 1 and 2. Claire down on the bottom of the racetrack in the 7 as they fight for 4th. Just behind these guys, the 6 and the 88 go at it. Thomas Marks and the 6 of Sean Scavell on the outside. Claire makes the pass on Michael Waters. He takes over 4th. Now a battle shaping up for the 5th position, but Michael Waters has got it. Now here comes Thomas Marks looking on the inside for that spot. Meanwhile, Mark Fry, Brandon Henson, and Jamie Sample separated by about 2 car lengths. Battle for 5th, 88 on the bottom, 2 on the outside. Andrew Condrey getting into the picture too in car 36 with the 6 of Sean Scavell to his inside. Whoa, sideways, the 6, Sean Scavell, can he hang on to it? Tommy Sweeney dives underneath. Three laps to go. Tommy Sweeney trying to get as many positions as he can before the checkered flag comes out for the 29 of Mark Fry, or will it be the 17 of Brandon Henson? Henson still has him in sight. 88 and the 7 continue to battle. Thomas Marks. Wow, look at him go in the 88. Takes over 4th ahead of Mark Claire. White flag. Final lap of the race. Final chance for Brandon Henson to get the victory away from the 29 of Mark Fry. Here it is, checkered flag about to be displayed. It is going to be the 29 of Mark Fry who wins over the 17 of Brandon Henson. Jamie Sample, 3rd spot. And what a great run for the 88 of Thomas Marks. He finishes in 4th. The 7 of Mark Claire with a top 5 finish. The 2 of Michael Waters just outside the top 5 and 6th. Then you had Andrew Condrey, Tommy Sweeney, Sean Scavell, Jeff Driscoll, Jonathan White, David Seed, and Carl Livingston. "40 laps completed here at Langley Speedway, and the winner of this race, the 29 of Mark Fry, the Mike Duman machine, Mike Duman Collision Center."
And while we're doing that, these modifieds here inside are getting ready for their 150 lap Pepsi 150 showdown. So here's your winner for the Pepsi Grand Stocks, Mark Fry, everyone. Last season, Mark Fry had the most wins in the division on his way to his 2014 championship. And this year in race 2 for the division, he now has his first win of the season and is sure to probably have many more as the year goes on. Mark, join us here in front of the car real quick. Tonight has been the night of defense. I don't know if you realize that's been the theme through all the races, but in the first place guy having hold off everyone behind him, how were you able to do that tonight?
I don't know, our car got kind of loose and it was just don't spin the tires. That's the only thing I could do to keep him behind me. If I spun the tires, he'd close back up every time.
All right, well, I'm sure you also have a lot of sponsors that help you out through the season.
Mike Duman Collision, Tony Spivey Racing Engines. He builds one hell of an engine, awesome engine. Hang on.
These guys read the car.
Performance Graphics, yeah, they did our graphics this year and they did an awesome job. We got a couple of smiley faces on it now, but yeah, it's all good.
All right, well, the car looks fantastic. Congrats on your win. Your first win in 2015 in the Pepsi Grand Stock Division on Pepsi Night at the Races.